No human lands on all fours like that. Amy, I think this means you're a unicorn.
Here is Shawn Achor's advice to his younger 20-something self. I wish I had known that success would not lead to happiness, but happiness would lead to greater success. I often thought if I got the next good grade, or got into the right school, or got the right job, or got the best-selling book, then I would be happy. But success is a moving target for the brain, so every time we have a success, our brain changes the goalposts. Only after working with Harvard students for a decade and becoming a positive psychology researcher did I realize that the greatest competitive advantage in the modern economy is a positive and engaged brain. And fortunately, happiness is a choice. It just requires dedication, practice, and perseverance. When we are positive, every business and educational success outcome rises. So my advice is seek real happiness, not just pleasure, first, and your chances of success rise dramatically. When I first came across Shawn Achor, it was watching his TED Talk as a college student, and I just remember that my whole world changed because as it had traditionally been viewed was psychology was a way to get us from -5 back to 0, or from -10 back to 0. You're depressed? Okay, what medication can I give you to get you back to 0? But positive psychology is all about, okay, this guy, he's at a 10 right now. What can I study about him that will help me get there?
Why is it that some of you are so high above the curve in terms of your intellectual ability, athletic ability, musical ability, creativity, energy levels, your resiliency in the face of challenge, your sense of humor? Whatever it is, instead of deleting you, what I want to do is study you. Because maybe we can glean information, not just how to move people up to the average, but how we can move the entire average up.
And when I first was introduced to this concept, my mind was completely blown. And not only is his TED Talk very engaging and hilarious.
There are differing accounts of what actually happened that afternoon, but since my sister is not here with us today, let me tell you the true story.
He opens up with a story about how he basically tricked his sister into thinking that after he kicked her off the bed, that she was a unicorn.
So I did the only thing my little frantic 7-year-old brain could think to do to avert this tragedy. If you have children, you've seen this hundreds of times before. I said, Amy, wait, don't cry, don't cry. Did you see how you landed? No human lands on all fours like that. Amy, I think this means you're a unicorn.
And he uses that as a way to kind of bridge into how our mind and our thoughts translate into our real beliefs and in turn our success, as Shawn mentioned. Shawn is now one of the world's leading experts in happiness research and positive psychology, and he is a best-selling author of the book The Happiness Advantage and Before Happiness. In The Happiness Advantage, he talks about how our brains and how we function when we are happy, everything elevates. It's not a matter of achieving success and then being happy. It's a matter of first achieving happiness as a way to get to success, because as his research has shown, the traditional formula of getting that good grade, getting into that school, getting that job, and then being happy is scientifically broken and backwards, because every time that happens, our brain moves the goalpost from what success looks like. We're constantly pushing our happiness and our success beyond our reach.
Every time your brain has a success, you just change the goalpost of what success looked like. You got good grades, now you have to get better grades. You got into a good school, now you have to get a better school. You got a good job, now you have to get a better job. You hit your sales target, we're going to change your sales target. And if happiness is on the opposite side of success, your brain never gets there.
We need to change our view of success. We need to first focus on being content with our current situation, and then going after success using happiness as our foundation. Because again, when we constantly push our cognitive horizon further and further, and we continually push the goalpost, it's damaging to our happiness and also our performance.